everyone, welcome back to my channel Tictastic. I'm Wilamena and this is day 8 of Ticmas. So for today's video I'm going to be talking about everything to do with sleep and why sleep can be difficult if you have Tourette's. So let's get into the video. Right, so I've got like an information sheet here from Tourette's Actions website and I'm sort of going to go through it and talk about all the different things they mention and some tips on how I deal with sleeping. So, some of the sleep problems people may experience include, difficulty falling asleep. I have definitely struggled with falling asleep before. Not always due to my tics, but a lot of the time when I go to bed, I'll settle down and I'll lie down. And because I'm sort of emptying my head and, relaxing, I have nothing on my mind. So my tics kind of fill the space. So then lots of tics come out and that makes it like really hard to try and then get to sleep, because that obviously wakes you up loads. And this is quite a common one for me. I always struggle with getting to sleep. But some tips I have to help with that is, if my tics aren't too bad, then I can listen to some music, some like relaxing music, or like a podcast, which is obviously great. But sometimes I still tic when I'm listening to those, so sometimes I have to like watch something. I tend to watch something that I've like watched before or something, so it's not like too exciting or whatever, so I don't really have to concentrate on it. But my brain is still concentrating on something, so it allows me to just drift off to sleep. And I know for some people there's the whole like screen issue, screen lightness, brightness issue, but for me, if I couldn't do that, then I'd never be able to get to sleep. So sometimes that is what I have to resort to. Frequent waking up at night is another one, and everybody wakes up in the night. But again, once I've woken up, then sometimes my tics come back and I'm in the cycle of then trying to get back to sleep again, which can be quite difficult. So yeah, difficulty getting back to sleep is also part of that. And then I didn't even know this could be linked to Tourette's. We never knew why. I used to sleepwalk a lot. I haven't done it in years, but I used to when I was quite little, sleepwalk quite a lot. And that's actually on this list, which is kind of interesting because it kind of explains why I used to sleepwalk a little bit. And it also says sleep talking. I mean, I don't think I sleep talk. I might have done it in the past at some point, but I feel like that isn't something that generally happens to me. Nightmares. I mean, I feel like nightmares are pretty normal for people to have. That isn't just a Tourette's thing, but I guess some people might struggle with nightmares more often. But I don't tend to have that, I'll have one every now and then, but who doesn't? And increased non-tic movements, i.e. tossing and turning in bed. And the annoying thing with sleep is, so if I've had a really tiring day and I'm really feeling really tired, and because I'm tired, I'm ticky, because my tics get worse when I'm tired. I then, I'll try and get an early night, but then I can't fall asleep because I'm ticky, because I'm tired. So then I don't get enough sleep, so then the next day I'm tired from being ticky, from being tired, and it's like this loop, which can be really hard to break out of sometimes. So I tend to have to, if I haven't been sleeping well or anything, then I definitely have to like take a step back and take a break, take breaks during the day. And when I used to be on a higher dose of my medication, which is clonidine, I used to be like tired during the day anyway, so I'd have to like take a nap. Right, so there's also a list of practical steps to improve sleep. One of which is keep a bedtime routine and ensure that bedtime and wake up times are the same each day. So I definitely like having a bedtime routine. And before I go to bed every night, I do my bullet journal, which really helps me to sort of wind down and reflect on the day I've had and sort out like a to-do list for tomorrow, so that I never have to worry about forgetting stuff for tomorrow or any of that. The next one is ensure that your bedroom is conducive to sleep, i.e. dark, quiet and comfortable. So for me personally, because if I'm quite ticky in bed, the end of the bed is like by a wall, so to make sure that I don't like bang my head or anything, I have like lots of pillows or whatever, so that it's very comfortable and I don't hurt myself. So yeah, I tend to keep sharp corners away from my head. Regular exercise is another one. I definitely feel like when you've had like a busy day, it's so much easier to get to sleep, so that is definitely one. Avoid food or drinks containing caffeine in the late afternoon or evening. So yeah, I never have like a caffeinated tea like in the afternoon, because I can just have decaf instead. So yeah, that's obviously one. And then some of my own, what do I do to help? Sometimes in the evenings, if I've had a really bad neck tic, and my neck's really sore, I use this, which I'm just about to show you, to sort of help with like the soreness. It doesn't really look like much, but it's basically a bag inside like a felt cover which you put in the microwave, and it has, I think, cherry stones in or something, and it heats up and you can just put it sit it around your neck like that. Wait, hang on, something like that. And that definitely helps a lot. Another thing I do is, because I tend to have to listen to music or listen to a podcast or something, I tend to use headphones, especially when I'm at school, because I'm in a dorm with other people, so they don't want to hear what I'm listening to in the evening. So obviously I have to wear headphones, but I used to find that when I wore normal headphones with all the wires, I'd either get all tangled up in the wires or the wires would end up breaking, so that wasn't very safe. So I use wireless headphones instead, which is a lot better. And I know that a lot of people like read a book before going to bed, which I do sometimes, but not very often, purely because sometimes when I read I struggle with my tics, so that doesn't tend to help me. So instead I fill that time up with my bullet journaling. So I was just sat on my bed editing and I realised I never finished the video, ended the video, so I thought I'd do that now. So thank you for watching, I hope this was helpful in some way, and come back tomorrow to see day 9 of Ticmas. Gosh, it's going quite quickly. So I will see you then. Bye!